At this point, I don't think the job market is broken. I think the idea we were sold about it was never real to begin with. I know that sounds a little harsh, but just think about it for a second. We grew up believing that if we study well, get the right degree, work hard, there will be some kind of stability waiting for us. Not luxury, but just a stable, predictable life. And now, people are doing everything right and still getting laid off, still struggling to find jobs in this job market, still feeling like they are constantly one step behind. I've seen people with years of experience still applying, waiting, and still unsure. I've seen people switch careers, upskill, do everything they are told, and still feel like nothing is enough. And the weirdest part is, it's not even shocking anymore. Like, we have all quietly accepted that this is just how things are now.
It smells like coconut. Coconut barfi. Wow. So yum. Ta-da!
Unstable, unpredictable, always changing. And I think that's where something shifts in a very honest way. Because at some point, you stop asking, how do I make this system work for me? And you start wondering, do I even want to depend on this system completely? And I have been thinking about this a lot lately. If nothing is really guaranteed anyway, then what exactly am I playing safe for? Because that's what we have been doing, right? Playing safe in life. Choosing the stable option, the practical path, the this makes sense decisions. But now the definition of safe itself feels questionable. I'm not saying jobs don't matter. Of course they do. We all need income. We all need some kind of structure. But I don't think jobs are that secure anchor anymore that we were taught to rely on. And maybe that's the uncomfortable truth we are slowly starting to accept. Because once you see that, you can't unsee it. And that's where this thought started forming for me. If I'm going to put in effort anyway, if I'm going to feel uncertain anyway, then maybe I'd rather build something of my own alongside it. Not because it's easy, not because it's guaranteed to work, but because at least it feels like mine. Because I've tried the other way, the do everything right way, the be consistent, be reliable, don't question too much way. And it works to an extent, but it also leaves you feeling like your entire life depends on something you don't really control. And that's a very uncomfortable place to be in. So now I think about things a little differently. I don't see it as should I choose a job over a dream? Because that feels unrealistic. I see it more like why am I not giving even a small part of my time to something I actually want? Because let's be honest, most of us already have something in the back of our mind. Something we have thought about starting, something we keep postponing, something that feels a little risky, a little uncertain, but also a little exciting. And usually we talk ourselves out of it. We say, I'll start when things are more stable, I'll do it when I have clarity, I'll focus on it later. But when is later really? Because stability keeps shifting, clarity keeps changing, and later keeps getting delayed. And I think that's the part that hit me the most. That I've been waiting for the perfect time in a situation where perfect timing doesn't really exist. So now I don't think about it as a big scary decision anymore. I think about it as something much simpler. Just starting small, quietly, without announcing, without overthinking, without needing it to be immediately becoming something big. Just building something that feels like mine, and maybe it takes time, maybe it doesn't work out the way I expect. Maybe it changes along the way, but at least I won't be stuck in that loop of I wish I had started earlier. Because if the system is uncertain anyway, then maybe the safest thing you can do right now is not rely on just one path. And I think that's the shift a lot of us are slowly making. Not quitting everything, not chasing unrealistic dreams, but also not blindly trusting that one single path will take care of everything in our lives. Just building something on the side, exploring something that feels meaningful, giving yourself a little more ownership over your life. And honestly, that feels a lot more stable than what we were taught. Because it's not about escaping reality, it's about responding to it differently. So, yeah, maybe the job market isn't what we expected, but maybe that's exactly why it's worth creating something of your own. Even if it's small, even if it's slow, even if no one notices at first, because at the end of the day, you are still showing up, still putting in effort, still building something. The only difference is this time it actually feels like yours.